all doing? Compliment of the season. Hope you all are enjoying it. Get it, 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 get it. Ooh. It's so exciting, because it's Christmas, right? Ah, hope you all are doing great. I'm super excited. It's a Vlogmas Day 24, like, hallelujah. Yes, hallelujah. I'm super excited, if you know what I mean, because I wasn't literally thinking I would be able to do it, even if I'd said it. But for some reasons, sometimes it's easier said than done, if you get what I mean. But when you have the faith to pull through, it would definitely work. Compliment of the season, guys, if you are celebrating. And if you're not, happy holidays. I'm super delighted, like be sitting down here wanting to have the Gistmas. Like I said, we will definitely be bringing down the Gistmas, all about the relationship and whatsoever. Guys, here it is. So if you like what you see and you want to continue to listen to Busumma, there's going to be a lot I'm going to be sharing with you today, but for some reasons, I have to let you guys know I'm a mom, a single mom of 4, and I've been doing this for the past, literally when I started having my kids. I was one of those that literally started at the earliest stage. I started having my kids when I was 30 plus, almost 31. But the relationship saga and everything got to, me deciding to say it's better me cooperating rather than having, a partner. But along the line, things can change, for some reasons. Forgiveness will be part of the, the growth, the perseverance and whatsoever, the relationship as well. So putting certain things together really would help you have a peaceful mind rather than assuming and thinking about how you're going to live a toxic relationship or how you're going to, be the best of who you are. For some reason, for you to be the best of who you are, it has to begin with you. Guys, I'm Busumma. On this channel, I showcase lifestyle, cooking, faith talk, singing, and many more. Feel free to check them out. The content to be amazed by what I do like. Compliment of the season. I'm super excited because, this Christmas, I just wanted to be different. And for so far, so good, it has been, Vlogmas has been the stage for me to understand the power of exploring and the power of togetherness and the power of, commitment, being consistent and being persistent in whatever is being done. Right, let's go into the relationship. I'm going to be talking about the building commitment, the building of love, the building of romance, and how ladies, when you get to that stage, when you're not getting what you want, you start understanding the fact, the basic, that you deserve better, isn't it? But the thing is, for every successful man out there is a woman that has gone to an extreme to see the man being successful. And for every successful ladies out there is there is somebody who she has kissed. There is a devil she has kissed that led her or pushed her to where she is today. Anyway, compared it to, I could be one of them, and for some reason, if not the two. Yes, guys, relationship, take it to the intimacy level. That is when it's more deeper, right? Okay, I did had a relationship, but my relationship was based on a certain kind of category of love. I was such a kind of person whereby I don't love easily, but if I have to, I could really, really go deep for it. You know what I mean? I was in a setting whereby I was in the midst of guys and a lot of people like that. Everybody did wanted me at some point, but I never wanted them because I was just growing up. I just turned 20 at that time. So, and me not knowing what's up and things, when you're 20, definitely you would act your age for some reasons. But I did act in my age, as a growing up child or a young girl in London at that time. So if you're from London, I'm from London, Southeast Peckham. That is where my whole lifestyle began. That is where, I hustled, literally became whatsoever, and has led me to you guys seeing me today. So relationship can be an intimacy of two people, that decided, that understand the word commitment, that understand the power of relationship welfare. Because if there's no welfare in that relationship, certainly it won't work. Welfare in the sense that you celebrate one another, who caters for one another, who stands for one another, things like that. So when you're having a relationship that has to do with intimacy, it's no longer a normal relationship. It's a relationship that requires commitment. Not just commitment, but the power of love can be there. But when the commitment is not there, it can bring insecurity, trust issues, and so many. So being a young girl growing up, I literally wanted to explore life. Like when you're that age, you just want to spread your wings and fly. But I was in the middle of, guys like that and stuff like that. Never wanted to date any of them. But there was this one particular one that came, came to the setting. And it was so good. I wasn't the only girl there, but it was as if I was the one that was really, really catchy, standing out and then being more attractive for some reasons. Yes, it did happen like that. And then, right, I'm going to say it this way. I literally had, how am I going to say it? Like, there was literally something that led to me falling in love with, that person. That's my ex. And I'm not here to come and talk about him, but I just want to talk about how relationship can literally affect people and the intimacy that it brings along. But then, yes, it was just like that. He came into the setting and then boom, 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 we clicked. You know what I mean? We clicked, and for the fact that we clicked, yeah, it brought this what's the word? It brought out the charisma for some reason, the chemistry, everything. But along the line, the other guys were really, really tense, like were really, really angry. But for some reason, I would say they were not capable for me, in getting to that level of which I would even say yes to them. But right in front of them, an incident did occurred, and I said to one of them that if this is the way you guys behave, I would rather stick to this person that you guys don't really like, just because you guys are, just because you guys don't really like him. So I'd rather stick with him. So I had a mission. There was something I was holding on. Okay, this person is like this, and this is the main reason I was gonna go for it. Yes, I did went into it, and even I said to all of them that you see this person that you guys have acted this way too. I'm gonna get married to have kids for everything. I did say all of that to that person because the incident that called got me like whoa, like it wasn't pleasing to my seeing or to my looking at that time. But fair enough. I had a relationship, yes. And it took me time, even me staying in a relationship issue like that stage, other stage of my life. I thought that it would be the best thing because at 25 everybody wants to get married and settle, because among your pair, you kind of gist and talk about saying things deep. I mean, so it was so deep like that. And I was literally thinking by 25, I would get married, I would have kids. I was literally longing for the fairy tale wedding, but guess what, guys? It never came. So because the wedding never came and all those things never came, so I decided to understand that there's going to be time in life whereby you as the mom, you would even love your kids more than your partner. You would love your kids more than your husband. You would love your kids because you're going to hold on to your kids. And whatsoever that happens along the line, you always understand that your kids come first. Isn't it? So relationship that doesn't have love, that doesn't have commitment can easily cause trust issues, can easily cause insecurity, and so many. So I would say, if you're going to go into a relationship, have in mind that it's not just going to be that person, it's going to be two, both of you into it. And also have it in mind that there could be third parties for some reasons. Yeah. And also, the thing is, okay, also have it in mind that kids can come along. If you guys don't want to take it to the next level and you think that having the relationship just like that would make you understand that you're in a safe relationship, no, it wouldn't work like that. But when you have something to hold on to, that this is why you're in this relationship, this is what you want to get out of it. Sometimes you might decide you might want to taste that, but the way God aligns things are so different. It was as if I'd written down things like the way I wanted it to be. But the way God aligned my destiny was far, far different from what I was thinking. Yeah, it was so different from the way I was thinking and the way I'd written things down. So my relationship brought me to this level of understanding today that everything in life can pass. But who you are and what you've impacted remains, of which we call like legacies and stuff like that. So I did try my best for the relationship to work, but it wasn't working for some reasons. I don't know why, but when time came, I had to take a bold step. It can be very painful, yes, it can be hurting, like, of course it is, yeah, but for some reasons you would understand that this word they say, no pain, no gain, can be real. So what's a relationship like? How far have you gone for people to literally make it and at the end of the day, the togetherness is not there, the love is no longer there. There's a lot of things that happen like that. People always say that marriage is breaking up, there's no good marriage, this, that. Marriage will break up for some reasons. Because when two people that was once in love start discovering themselves at the late stage of their life, the brain turns. So it literally takes the grace of God for you to continue to love till 70. It literally takes the grace of God to even start that life at 40 and then still live it to your fullest and still enjoy it, like catching your phone to the fullest. So the relationship you have with your personal being is most important to what you're bringing out to give to people, and then embracing it and then turning into a relationship with another person, bringing the commitment and the love. So everything literally had to start with you. So if you're not loving yourself, if you're not pampering yourself, if you're not doing things you ought to be doing, I don't understand how you can love to a certain time. Because for some reason you wake up one day and say, this person, it's not behaving like I thought. Have you ever thought of the other side? Now listen, have you ever thought about what if? If anybody ever tells you that there's not going to be what if along any journey, I don't think they're right. There's always going to be what if at some point. And there's always going to be a stage where you have to accept every broken pieces of your life. You know, life is a phase, is a stage, yeah? That's the way God created it. You can have it all. You can get it all for some reason. You might be struggling in one way and how I may be living the best of my life in the other way. You know, it's not balancing. There's always a struggle in between. I don't want this content to be too long, but like I said, relationship is a commitment between two people that's taking it to an intimacy of love, to take it to maybe like getting married and so on like that. And I also mentioned that every successful man out there, there's a woman that's gone to an extreme. And every successful lady out there, there is a devil she has kissed that led her or pushed her to that stage of which she is today. So if your relationship is not working for you, there's no point you hanging on it. Start a relationship with yourself. Love yourself first. My relationship with my partner at that time led to me having kids, but for some reasons, I didn't give up on love. I know love still exists. And I wouldn't say that I can be in love with another person. You just don't know what life brings. I've been a single mom for the past close to almost 10 years because my eldest is, almost 10 years now. It's not that I could do it all by myself. I had to go through therapies. There were literally a lot of counseling things I had to get myself involved and things like that. And that's led me being a counseling therapist, of which I'm still studying, but one day I'm going to graduate to be full-time like counseling therapist. Yeah. So your relationship and the intimacy you have with people really matters a lot. And when you look at it that it's not working, it's becoming toxic for your mental health, your well-being is most important. Yes, your well-being is most important. You can take a break, but if you're in a marriage or in a relationship that you're so vulnerable to speak, fear all around you, that's not the right relationship for you at all. Because any relationship that makes you cry, that puts you in a stage of fear, is deceit. That's how I'm going to say it. It's deceit. Because relationship that is healthy should allow you to, say whatever you want to say, be yourself, flaunt it, and live it. Enjoy it to the fullest, even to the old age. That's why most times you see that people that get married at 20, they're most likely to break up by the time they're 30 or 40. And people that you see that get married at late 30s or 40s or late 40s or early 40s or 50s, are most likely to take it to the end. So if you're a single mom out there thinking that you're off the hook, pull yourself together. Start by loving yourself. Embrace healthy relationship. Embrace healthy lifestyle. Embrace healthy well-being. And then you see that your mental state will change. The way you literally put things together will change. The kind of people you see them to have a rapport with will change. And the way you think would change. Your setting would change. Because it's the kind of people you have in your environment that literally will tell the kind of people you might likely end up with. Yeah. The kind of people you have around you might likely tell the kind of person you will end up with. Or might likely, tell the kind of person you might become tomorrow. So what's your relationship like? My relationship at that time was full of, a lot of things that wasn't healthy, that was really affecting my mental health at that time. But I couldn't voice it. I was thinking, yes, I could manage it. But a lot of people might be managing things, enduring things, and even leading to perseverance. And by the time they know what's up, they lost their ways of thinking right. And that's why I say when most people kind of leave certain relationship in pain, in anger, they just invest that pain. They literally invest it into someone else. But why do you want to do that, for crying out loud? Why don't you take a break, live your life, calm down, love yourself first? Most ladies, they really, really love to be loved. Like me, I love to be loved. I love to be spoiled. I love to, things like that. Yeah, it can be. But when you're in a relationship that is hard, they can't even show you love, but you're showing them love. Hello. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? You were there this year, that year, that. And most people will say, oh, they don't show it. Heaven showed forth the angels ministering. That was why when Lucifer, that's the devil, when he made full of himself, God said, you belong to the hell, stay in hell. So if you cannot show off or flaunt the love, the intimacy of love you have with your partner, so what are you relating it? Like, seriously, because I don't really get it. What are you relating it? Because it won't work, innit? No birthday card, no hug, beating of love, like I said. Just beating of love. Beating to love. Yeah, beating to love. There should be that beating to love, like, even if you guys are having the heat and that, let a beating of love be there no matter what it is. You're gonna get a kiss before you go to bed. No matter what it is, you're gonna get a kiss before you leave the door for your work. No matter what it is, you're gonna get a kiss before you even have your meal. That's the beating to love. But when you're not beating to love more, I don't know, it's really, really hard, it's painful, and I don't know if most people literally understand what they're kind of missing in relationship. Because for me, they would say, I literally, when I was in my previous, I was literally thinking, oh, that don't matter, it's not about showing it. But when I began to love myself, I began to see more in being romantic, in being me, in me spoiling myself, in me just getting to love and, enjoy who I'm becoming. For a lady part, I'm not a guy though. But people will say that's how most women get the seats, like they fall into the hands of wrong people. Like I said, every successful lady you see out there is a devil she must have kissed to get to that level, or that's led or pushes her to that level. I kissed, I kissed the toe of the devil. And that was what has led me to this as well. But trust me, guys, I would say thank you. Because it brought out the best in me at the end of the day. Yeah. I can smile like this. I can literally say whatever I want to say because I'm being me myself, isn't it? Yeah. So what's your relationship like? Even on the masculine side of it, I think more is been needed to be done. And most of all these things cannot happen because some people are raised in a toxic home that had changed their mentality to be everything's got to be hard. There's nothing you literally do that pleases them. They just believe in hard toughness. They just believe you just have to do it in such a hard way. But why do you want to be so hard on yourself? When you see somebody that's from a home that's full of toxic and pain, sometimes it can be emotionally, especially on the masculine part, emotionally derailed. Because anything you try to do, they will find fault in it. They're just going to find fault in it. And when they're so emotional, they nag, make you feel as if you're the worst person, make you feel as if you're not doing the best, you're not being the best of what they think. But they once called you babe. They once called you honey, what's up? They once called you, hey, you're right, babes, names, sugar, pie, things like that. But if your love or your relationship can work strong at the earlier stage, there's every determination that it would definitely be toxic late. Because one has to persevere and take the pain. One has to bow so low to take the pain. And the pain sometimes can be gained, and the pain sometimes can be ignorant and brings you fatigue. Yeah, pain brings fatigue. Pain leads to fatigue. Pain leads to some kind of health issues. So if you're finding yourself like the relationship you are is toxic to your mental state, sometimes it's not just being in a domestic violent issues. It could just be disturbing to your brain. It could just be disturbing to your well-being, and you just fidget at any little thing. So think, what's your relationship like? I'm going to say, if you're masculine, if you're feminine, whatever, love yourself first. Yeah, Love yourself. Let the self-love start from you. Because it's how you love yourself. That's how your partner will take you. It's only when you just want to like put the odds aside and just sacrifice, okay, I can deal with this, I can deal with this, I can deal with that. And you just carry on like that. But if it's not gonna work in the long, because you're gonna get tired of being pretenses, packing all those issues in a box, like trying to, say you can deal with it, you can deal with it. That's not an issue. It would definitely become an issue because that's not you. It's only, how do I say this? The only way it's not going to be an issue is when you start feeding in it. Yeah. When you start feeding in it. When you start eating it. When you don't feel the taste of who you are anymore. The fragrance. When you don't feel the fragrance that comes out of you. When you don't feel it anymore. So you start eating that one. Like the way most people say, oh, I used to do this before, but I just stopped doing it. But why did you stop? Why? And sometimes there's not even good reasons why you had to stop. So for every relationship that there's no trust, there is no commitment, it's just not going to end well. And then you waste your time for nothing, and at the end of the day, you run to the church. Yeah, that's what it is. You run to the church, going from one revival to the other. Have you been able to put yourself together? Have you been able to put yourself together in the sense that understanding yourself, getting to know who you are and what you want for yourself, standing up for yourself? Like, if you are in the right state, would you be this, would you be that? And people say, oh, keep waiting for somebody that is up to your class before you. It's not that you wait for somebody that will be up to your class, it's somebody that adds to you. Yeah. It's somebody that literally adds to your joy. It's somebody that literally adds to what you know. It's somebody that literally adds and bringing up more the best in you. That is it. For me, it's a relationship. That is what I call healthy relationship. So like I said to you guys, this video has been so long. Yeah, really, really long. But I don't want to say that I haven't learned from what I've just said. But how do I continue like this? I can't continue like because this is just who I am. I'm just being myself and doing the best I can for myself. So however, sometimes you review your relationship. Review it. Review your relationship, like assess it. Assess it. I never had the best, but I didn't end up there. Does that make sense? Okay. And if you literally want to see yourself make it in a relationship, you have to love yourself. Get somebody who acts, not take. Who adds to what you know. Who adds in making you wanting to be successful. Who adds in wanting to bring out the best in you. Who adds, who brings out the smiles in you daily. Yeah. And even at that doesn't mean that things doesn't go wrong or things would not go wrong. Things will go wrong, but you have less chances of it. But when you don't know or put things like the way you want or the way things should be, when it takes you unaware, it brings that shock. It can even choke. It brings in the depression, the anxieties, and all sorts. But the moment you begin to understand that relationship is much more than an intimacy, it's much more than love, it's much more than being committed, it's much more, more than being consistent or persistence, then you understand the power of love. I began to understand the power of love and the power of, what's the word? The power of togetherness, relationship, the commitment, and all of them. Not when I was living my life at 20s, no. I would say when I had me 4 kids all, that's when it's like I'm seeing a new dawn of things, because you can be very romantic, and then when you meet somebody that is not romantic, it kills your morale. And then when you accept it, the day they tell you off, it's like you never knew what you wanted. So step up for the right thing. If you're a single mom out there, it can be really hard, yes. But feeling your joys, in the sense, doing what you love, sticking to what works for you, would help you go a long way. I think I'm going to call up the Gistmas here. Yeah, I would have liked to really say more things, but time. But whatsoever that is privilege or opportunity, watch. I had you all big. I love you guys. Thank you so much for always sticking around. And it's a Vlogmas Day 24. Hallelujah. Thank you so much. You made it happen. And I really say thank you from the depth of my heart. Thank you so much. As we all proceed to 2023, if you can make your relationship a front line for you to be happy, start thinking or start reviewing things that can make it better for you. And if you're still single and searching, I know I'm a single mom, should I say I'm searching? Well, not now, because I've got a lot of things, yeah. Yeah, but when the time comes, it will definitely happen. So if you're single and searching, keep working on yourself. Keep looking radiant. Love yourself more. Most times, if your environment or your setting are not kind of helping issues, change environment. Because it can really affect the mindset. But whatsoever, I love you guys. And I believe I've been able to do the Gistmas. And I love it. Oh, thank you so much for staying tuned. Merry Christmas and a prosperous, wonderful New Year. I'm your girl, your host, Busumma Maria. Merry Christmas! And I hope to see you all in the new year. Thank you so much. Any content I get to put out after this is still part of it, the 2022. But the live one and whatever begins in the new year. I love you guys, but God loves you most. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye.